Hi there, welcome to another episode of Friar Ties. Friar Ties was created as a way to bring the Friar community together during COVID-19. I'm Rosie Califf and I will be your host today. I'm class of 2013. Woo woo! Today is an extra special episode, if I may say so myself. It's all about entrepreneurship. And entrepreneurship is one of my favorite topics. That combined with food, and you have me. I am an entrepreneur myself. I started a company while I was a senior at Providence College. I continued on and I ended up going on Shark Tank. And then a little over a year ago, we sold the company. So it's been quite the ride. But today is all about two new awesome founders that have started a hot sauce company. Yes, you heard that right. It is a hot sauce company and it sounds awesome. So joining me today, I have Ryan and Dan of Damn That Burns. Thank you guys so much for joining. We're so excited to talk to you and to hear more about your journey. And I see that you're outside, which is even better.
Thanks for having us, Rosie. How's it going?
Awesome. So maybe you can tell the viewers who's Dan and who's Ryan so everyone knows.
So I'm Dan.
I'm Ryan.
Class 09, both of us. We were college roommates for senior year. And now we are roommates in Astoria, New York.
That is awesome. Cool. So is that how you guys met? Did you meet as seniors at PC or tell us a little bit about how you met and when?
Freshman or something. I think we met freshman year through one of the various extracurricular activities.
Yeah.
There's
Lots of mutual friends, and by senior year we were getting into a house with a bunch of other friends, and it worked out perfectly.
That's awesome. Cool. So before we jump into talking all about your hot sauce company, which I'm super excited about, and I can't wait to try it, I wanted to take a little journey back in time to when you were at PC. If you guys could tell us a little bit about your backgrounds, what did you major in, just to kind of give us a little glimpse into pre-hot sauce company Dan and Ryan.
It's a whole other world. I was a management and finance minor, and I work in finance now, and we kind of started this about a year ago.
About a year ago, yeah. I was a history major at Providence, and originally I was going to go to law school, and I worked for a few lawyers, and decided that it just wasn't for me. So I went back to school, and now I work in the medical field. And about a year ago, we decided to put our heads together and come up with this.
That's awesome. And when you two were at PC, did you ever talk about starting a business together, or did you even think that you ever would individually start a business?
To be honest, I never really had it in the back of my mind back then. But looking back, I wish I had one sooner.
Sure. It's definitely something that kind of came about as, working together, and, in college I didn't necessarily have it in the back of my mind either, but always, working for yourself is kind of the ultimate goal.
Being your own boss.
For sure. And I love that you're repping the Providence College hat. I wish I had some gear. As you can tell, I am in a different time zone right now, so it's nighttime where I am, so I don't have any of my Providence College gear or swag.
We forgive you.
I haven't had a haircut in 4 months, so I needed to wear a hat.
I love it. That's awesome. Okay, cool. Well, tell us a little bit more about Damn That Burns. I would love to just learn about how you came up with the idea for the company, and just to kind of take us back to that first idea phase, that aha moment.
Sure. So we've been living in Queens together for 3 or 4 years at this point, and we're lucky enough to have a very nice backyard. And right after the first summer here, we started growing hot peppers in the backyard, and had so many hot peppers that we started making hot sauce with it. And friends and family kept reaching out, wanting to try. So we eventually, for Christmas one year, made about 200 hot sauce bottles for friends and family, and gave them out as Christmas presents, and everyone loved what we were making. So it kind of pushed us forward to starting it up.
That's amazing. And how did you guys learn how to even make hot sauce?
I guess the first time we made hot sauce was the year after college. There was a Super Bowl party where challenged each other to try and make the best hot sauce, and it was a fun process, and pretty sure that I won. And from there, it was just I love hot peppers. Ryan loves hot peppers, and being able to grow stuff in the backyard has always been great. As you can see, we have tons of plants here. Hopefully we're able to use these in some of the stuff we're making in the summer.
Cool.
It's great. It's great living in Astoria because so many restaurants around here in this neighborhood are from so many different ethnicities around the world. So they have so many different flavor profiles, different kinds of spices that they use. Every time we go to different places, we try to take a little bit back with us, try to adapt it to ourselves, to our own tastes. And so far, it's been working out.
That's awesome. It's such an organic story, and the way that you started making it so soon after college, and it seems like you've been making it for years now until you started the actual company and started producing it and selling it. So how did you get your first 10 or 20 sales? Because that's usually the hardest for an entrepreneur.
I would say it was mostly the first few were our friends and family, who were basically our base of support. We just kept wanting more, and every time they kept reordering, we kept realizing that they're not the only ones who are going to want the sauce. So we got to take it to the next level, and that's where we are right now. We're climbing up that ladder.
Cool.
I'd say also, we both have full-time jobs, and have been letting people know in our jobs that we've been doing this on the side even before the company even started. And I've been bringing hot sauce into the office for years, and everybody loved it. So it kind of friends and family, and friends from work, and then also just an online presence pretty quickly helped get some new customers. Getting the first few randos to reach out to us is pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Internet strangers.
Yeah. That's awesome. I love it. And so once you decided to actually start the company and you got your first 20 sales, you both still have your job. So how has it been managing having a full-time job and also running this company, this new, you have a new baby right now, really?
Pretty much.
It's true, yeah.
It's been difficult but fulfilling. The kitchen that we use is open 24/7, so there's definitely been some late nights there. Taking days off of work. But also, like I said, everyone that I work with has been super encouraging about it, and understands when something comes up because they want some hot sauce in the office. So.
Like a new baby, we both got to share responsibilities. We both have different work schedules. So sometimes he'll be able to do things during the day that I can't get to. I'll be able to pick up things at night that he doesn't get to. So we really balance each other out in that way.
That's awesome. And what did your parents or family and friends say when you were like, okay, I know you guys all like our hot sauce. Thank you. We're going to actually start producing this and get a commercial kitchen and start making and selling this. What was their reaction to this?
Yeah, everyone's been super proud.
Very positive.
My last name is Burns, so I know my parents were pretty happy when we had it in the name of the company, and it kind of fits perfectly. So
I can't argue that.
That's great. That's awesome.
Yeah, everyone's been super supportive the whole time, and has continued to reach out and buy stuff and help however they can.
That's great. So is this your garden right now? We're in your garden, and these are where you grow your peppers?
Right, yep.
Oh my God. Can you show us a little more? You can even pick up, I don't know if you want to, but
sure.
If you feel like it, just take us along. So I would love to see how you do this. And
so everything down there that you see are all ghost peppers.
Okay. This is 38 ghost pepper plants. One of our new styles that we're making this summer, we actually just got approved for yesterday, is a mango orange ghost pepper. And now that we're approved, we're hoping we can use what we're growing here throughout the summer and get at least a batch or two in the kitchen with ghost peppers that we made in Queens, and using a hot sauce that we make here in Queens as well.
Cool. That's
Were you
amazing.
able to see all those?
Say that again?
Were you able to see all those?
Yeah, no, I saw them. And are there different varieties, or how does that happen? I'm not super familiar with all the pepper varieties.
This year we stuck with one type.
Okay.
last year we had about 40 types, and
Too many types of peppers to keep track of.
yeah. And because this is the first summer that we're going to have access to the kitchen, we kind of realized that it would be more beneficial to focus on one type of pepper so that we can harvest it all at once and hopefully be able to use that in the kitchen, over the next month or so.
So I'm super
one type of pepper gives us bigger batches.
There you go. I love that. I'm super curious, how do you come up with new flavors? Like, what's that process look like for the both of you?
A lot of standing around the kitchen, trial and error, standing over a boiling pot, just mixing things together. Sometimes things work, sometimes they don't.
The last time we were making the mango orange ghost pepper one, we were trying to finalize it, and we were using a different pot from when we had made a bigger pot from when we had made it previously, and we're just kind of guesstimating the right ratio for peppers to all the other ingredients. And I tried it. I had to sit down. It was too spicy, and compose myself for a solid 3 or 4 minutes.
The beginnings of hot sauce companies are always trial by fire.
I love it. That's awesome. That's so cool. And tell us a little bit about the different flavors that you have right now.
Sure. So the first one we came out with is a pineapple Scotch bonnet hot sauce. It is curry based. It has great flavor, a great mix of heat and fruit, and it's really good on. Everyone loves it on breakfast sandwiches. Anything with eggs, anything with chicken. After that, we came out with a peach Thai chili. The way we came up with that one actually is we bought a whole bunch of Scotch bonnet peppers and a whole bunch of Thai chili peppers, and in the back of our head we knew what we wanted to make for the Scotch bonnet one, and the Thai chili ones were kind of just sitting around for a while, and finally we were like, all right, we got to make something with this, and literally went across the street to the bodega and saw what they had that looked good. They had a bunch of tangerines, they had a bunch of jarred peaches, and it kind of led to that one.
And it works.
It works.
It tastes great.
Everyone loves it. Now we're using fresh peaches. So you make do with what you have, and you try and see what tastes good. And if it doesn't taste good, try and see what else would work in there to kind of make it a little bit better.
Keep trying. That's it.
That makes sense. And obviously you guys are great at working together. You've known each other for so long. But what's kind of the mix of the difference between the two of you? Is one of you more left brain, one of you more right brain? Like, how does it come together? Are you both the same in your personalities and in the business?
Yes and no.
Yeah, pretty similar, but also have our own.
We have our own styles.
I was able to help with my finance background to kind of help with the books and records a little bit more. Ryan spent the last 3 weeks designing our brand new website.
Up and running.
It's up and running. Place orders through it. It's definitely been a good mix of sharing the responsibility and moving us forward.
That's great. That makes a lot of sense. And so what was one of the biggest surprises that maybe came up for you as you were starting your business? You both are first-time entrepreneurs. Tell us a story or something that happened that surprised either of you.
I guess one of the first things that led us to starting it was going to a hot sauce convention here in New York City. And I was really surprised, first at the turnout of how many people were there. It was completely sold out. And then second, we brought a bunch of hot sauce with us and kind of gave it out to all these companies that have been around for God knows how long. And, the feedback from them was great. And the amount of help from them was also great. People giving us their cards and saying, listen, if you have any questions, call me. People have been super supportive. Which has been great.
You'd think in an industry like this that people would want to be more competitive, but instead we're really finding that they're more cooperative. They're really more supportive and want to help us succeed just as much as they have, which is nothing but encouraging for us. So.
That's awesome. That makes so much sense. I wasn't sure. You just never know how it's going to be received. And so that's really great to hear. How did you guys come up with the name and the branding? And, you know, you have a unique style, I feel, of, you know, from your Instagram and from even just the logo itself. How did you come up with that, and what was that process like?
So my name is Dan Burns, and a few years back, another fryer from college, Craig Luke, I was late for a fantasy football draft, and he created my username for me, and it was Goddamn Burns because I was late. And you know, from there, I always thought that was hilarious, and it kind of morphed into, you know, Damn That Burns for the hot sauce company. I figured maybe not having God in the title would, you know, help a little bit, but you know, having a last name like Burns, it kind of fits with hot sauce. You know, sometimes I give people my business card and they're like, "No, that's not your last name," and you know, it's pretty funny.
Ryan has a good last name too, I feel.
He does. I think we're definitely going to get some sort of like golden cayenne sauce out there maybe at some point. You know, something with his last name on there for sure.
It's a good one. Both of you have good last names. It really works. And then your Instagram, I feel, is continuing to grow. How did you get it started? Any tips for entrepreneurs out there that are just getting started and they're intimidated by social media and Instagram and all the things, Facebook ads, etc.? Any advice for those people that are looking to get started?
I would say the hardest thing about it is getting started. It's just being able to jump right in. That's literally the hardest part. Once you get the wheels turning, things just start falling into place, and you just learn as you go. There's no blueprint for what we're doing. We're not like following what some business did before us. We're learning every day as we go on the fly, and some things work out, some things don't, but it's all learning experience, and it's all just making our business better moving forward. So,
and you know, not being able to afraid to, you know, ask friends for help too. You know, a lot of the stuff that, you know, we have is because friends have helped us. You know, a best friend from high school has helped design the labels. Another best friend started taking pictures for us from high school, and after that, another fryer, Danny Moulton from the class of 2010, he reached out about taking some photos for us too. And you know, between the two of them, I think we've come up with, between the three of them, I should say, I think we've come up with a pretty good brand for, you know, catching people's eye and wanting people to buy it. You know, when we do promotions on Instagram, we get a pretty good, you know, reaction from people that aren't necessarily following us at the moment, in terms of wanting to purchase and try it.
think of Instagram, you just stumble across things.
Yeah. That's such good advice from both of you. I feel like when you're starting a business, you don't always want to ask for help because you kind of want to do it on your own in case it fails or it's not well received or what have you. But I love that you got everyone involved, and it sounds like you have a bunch of fryers cooking up Damn That Burns in one way or another, which is so awesome.
And, you know, being genuinely appreciative of, you know, people when they help you, it just leads to more people reaching out to want to help too.
Yeah, for sure.
Our network has been huge for us. Huge. All of our friends that are alumni have just been incredibly instrumental in helping us, giving us feedback every step of the way. It's just been absolutely unbelievable.
I love it. So people who are listening that want to maybe help and support you, how can they support you? What are some ways? Obviously, they should buy the hot sauce. Is there anything else that you need from people aside from buying hot sauce, like ideas or hot sauce ideas, or I don't know.
Sure. People got recipes. If you got recipes you like to throw hot sauce on, send them our way. damnthatburns@gmail.com.
Yeah.
There you go.
And, you know, people have, you know, even just with taking pictures and allowing us to post them and stuff like that for like food that they're eating for that day. You know, we've run a couple of contests of like have the best picture, including our hot sauce, and we'll give you a free bottle. You know, people have been really into, you know, helping promote the brand, and, you know, also, you know, letting their friends and family know as well.
I love that. Good. Okay, we'll make sure that everyone does that. I also feel like Providence College needs to offer Damn That Burns in the food halls, because I feel like it would be perfect, right?
That and Slave and Array.
All about it.
Or it can be like
Robert's
a
College.
welcome student gift, because who doesn't want to support another Friar, obviously. So I think
idea,
that needs to happen.
You know, we've done a lot of events through friends who are also Friars of like events they're running. Thank you, Kate. And,
American Heart Association.
And American Heart Association. They, allowed us to give out hundreds of sample bottles at these events to, people that we wouldn't have reached previously.
So what would be your number one advice to people who are watching, students, current students, alums? They run the gamut in terms of age, are the viewers, but what would be your number one advice for someone who's watching right now and has an idea, but they're just not sure what's that first step that they need to take? What would be your first step if you were them?
I guess researching the internet and seeing what resources are available to you. When we realized we wanted to do this, the first step was figuring out how we could do it. And one of the things that enabled us to do that is finding a commercial kitchen here in Queens. After we met with them, we found so many other resources available to us through them, because cities want you to do this kind of stuff. They want you to be successful in the town that you're starting a business in. Queens Economic Development Corporation has been super helpful with any sort of questions we have.
They'll help small businesses with marketing, with finances, accounting, all free of charge, totally free, just for small businesses in the area. It's great.
And the kitchen that we make it at is called the Entrepreneur Space here in Astoria. They've been super helpful with, especially the first startup phase, making sure that we had everything that we needed to get in there and be ready to rent the kitchen from. Basically a checklist here, complete this and come back to us.
They want small businesses to succeed. It's a great thing.
And so do your friends.
Yeah.
Like I said, I couldn't be happier about all the support we've gotten from Friars and also just from friends and family for, helping us with the next steps of whatever it is that they can help us with. Whatever their specialty is, they've reached out and said, hey, let me help you with this.
Always want to offer. We can get on Friars for it.
Yep.
I love that.
That's kind of the beauty of a liberal arts college. You go to school with, a lot of people that go into different backgrounds, whether it's questions about, the law. We have friends that we've reached out to, like Chris, who, have been able to help and, maybe won't know the answer right away, but can find out the answer for us. Friends who are good with websites, friends who, a whole bunch of different things.
And because you both have a full-time job and you're doing this on the side, are there any tools that you would like to suggest to people who are maybe do have a full-time job and want to start it on the side that you've had to create for yourself so that you can just manage all the different pieces of your life? Is there anything that's been helping you do that?
Well, with the coronavirus restrictions, it's given us a lot of time to stay at home and actually work on tinker with new recipes in the kitchen. So normally I would say scheduling my time. I don't have a specific app that helps me one way or another, but it's more about just, okay, once I'm done with my actual 9 to 5, I got to come home and do the real work for the real job. So.
What about you, Dan? Any tips?
In terms of apps, not really, but definitely starting local. We being based in Queens, kind of wanted to start here, and we've reached out to a lot of our favorite restaurants and favorite companies, and we're now partners with them in a lot of stuff. One of our favorite beer companies, Single Cup Beer, they sell our hot sauce on their delivery platform now. When I went in to go talk to them, it was the last stop. I was talking to probably 20 or 30 different stores, and I thought there was zero chance that they'd be interested. And right away, they were excited about the idea. Best advice I could tell you is to just hustle and, don't be afraid to kind of reach out to something that you think might be out of reach.
Yeah. Don't wait. No time like the present.
Sure.
Oh, hey, that's true. Good stuff. So how do you two like to eat the hot sauce? What do you like to eat it on? That's my personal question that I have for you both.
Everything.
everything.
Well, what's your favorite?
So with the pineapple, we make some chicken wings that come really, really good. We worked an event a few months back where we made thousands of chicken wings for the festival and got great feedback from everybody who tried them at our stand. Everyone also mentions that they really like that on eggs in a breakfast sandwich. For the peach Thai chili, I gotta say fish probably is really good with it. The new style, the mango orange ghost pepper. If you toss it in a margarita, you're not going to be mad. It gives it a nice little kick.
That's just going to be good on everything.
It's also good, like mixing things together. Like if you don't have access to our hot sauce right now, you can try making your own. Take a hot sauce that you have in your fridge, mix it with something else. Mixing hot sauce with barbecue sauce is always fantastic. If you want to add some fruit base to it, you can just toss it in a blender with some fresh fruit and see what you come up with. Mixing things out is definitely the best way.
Yeah, we got started.
That sounds really good, all of those suggestions. There was one that sounds especially good, but they all sound really tasty. So I can't wait to try it. I haven't gotten my hands on it yet, but I'm very much looking forward. So you've been, Ryan, working on the website. So can we order through the website? Can you tell us a little bit more
everything is fully operational, up and running. You can order right now at damnthatburns.com. We're selling single bottles, 3-packs, and we're selling it by the case as well.
Can you make a special something for Providence College people? Is that an option? Like in the notes?
We can certainly work something out. Absolutely. We're going to have something today, actually. You know what? That's a great idea. We're going to put something up, a coupon for Providence Friars today. Yeah.
Okay.
Great idea.
Perfect. And we'll have it written in the description box how you can get a special little something. Maybe they'll throw, I don't know, a sticker in, or who knows.
I'll give you a coupon code, yeah?
For sure.
We'll have a coupon code in the description so you can support them all. I want to hear, before we end our beautiful segment, I want to hear a little bit about your future plans. So what's next for Damn That Burns? What's next for you, Ryan, you, Dan? Tell us a little bit about that.
I'd love to see this grow where, we're producing our own peppers for everything, We could say that it's made in Queens, grown in Queens. It definitely stands a lot better than, some sauce that, people are just buying ingredients from, or people don't even know where it came from,
We want to get to the point where we have it from growing peppers to in the bottle. We want to have everything in between. So one day we'll have our giant greenhouse that's 20 acres, full of hot peppers.
I love that.
We'll get there.
And do you want to be in supermarkets, like everywhere, or do you like that it's more niche and unique to your area?
So we definitely are in supermarkets and a couple of stores. We're also this week on the menu of a restaurant here in Queens on their new menu for the summer. That kind of stuff really, I really like that a lot. Especially restaurants that we enjoy. Seeing that they're collaborative and are excited about the sauce and want to include it on their menu really means a lot. We've done a lot of going around to certain areas of the city, but not everything. Like I said, I do enjoy being local, but ultimately it would be great to have some huge contracts and maybe able to do this full time.
Yeah, one day.
That's going to happen, I'm sure. And is there any flavors that are in the works, new flavors? You don't have to tell us any top secrets, but can you hint at certain things that are coming up so we know what to look out for?
We're still working on a blueberry maple scotch bonnet right now. We're still tweaking the recipe as we speak, but down the pipeline, it'll be coming soon.
I'd like to make something that goes great on pizza. A good friend of mine has a pizza restaurant here in the city, and we'd love to be their supplier for hot sauce if we could. That'd be great. And also, we're working on a mustard seed, beer based and hopefully spicy, and
obviously spicy.
And working on collaborating on that with Single Cut. Hopefully, they gave us some beer to use and test out, and hopefully what we make they like, and they're willing to do it with us.
That sounds really good. all those things. And I am someone who is getting into hot sauce. I'm still, you know, on my path, on my journey to becoming a hot sauce enthusiast. So I feel like the vibe that you guys have where you put fruit in it is definitely sounds really good to me, and I think I will really love all of the things that you've created.
We'll start you with the peach Thai chili.
Okay, good. That's the one I should get then. So does that mean if someone is a little milder, they should do the peach Thai chili?
Probably that one first. That one and the pineapple are pretty similar.
Okay.
The mango ghost pepper that, you know, is going to be to market hopefully in the next month is a lot spicier.
Okay, good. Okay, good to know for anyone listening who is just starting on their hot sauce journey. We will start with
it's going to have a warning on the bottle for that one.
So we'll be a warning label. Yes.
That's awesome. Okay, cool. Is there anything else that you want to share with everyone who's listening that we didn't touch on? We'd love to hear everything and anything.
Sure. I don't know. I think we did a lot of good stuff. You know, definitely just want to reiterate, you know, working with your friends and getting their feedback and getting their help. You know, it's a really positive experience.
Yeah. If you've got an idea, don't wait till you graduate. There's no need.
Yep.
You can start it right now while you're still in college. If you've got an idea and you believe in it, roll with it. You've got friends around you. You've got resources up in Providence that we probably didn't have back then 10 years ago. Or no, more than 12 years ago. Got them old. But yeah, there's no reason not to. If you really believe in it, go for it.
That's such good advice. I feel like all of us are, you know, we the idea is there, but you don't know how to get started. And like you said, Ryan, it just kind of flows. So once you do one thing, it's a wheel and it'll just keep going and going until it takes off on its own. So I love that. That's super helpful. Are you looking for a summer intern? Just thought I'd ask in case anyone's listening and was interested. Obviously,
coronavirus? I don't know.
A distant summer intern.
Yeah, I don't know if we'd be able to accommodate that. It's gonna be tough.
One of the tough things with the kitchen too is, you know, we can't just bring anyone in with us in the kitchen. You know,
Yeah, that's
there are insurance issues.
There's definitely programs that I would love to do and get volunteers to come help, but you know, it makes it a little bit difficult using someone else's facilities. But you know, at some point, hopefully, for sure.
someday.
Down the road, absolutely.
I feel like you'll have a whole bunch of fryers that will intern at Damn That Burns for the summer, and it'll be amazing. Like someone will be farming, someone will be cooking stuff up, social media. I mean, you touch on every department that's needed, so I think it'll be awesome.
All about it.
Cool. Well, thank you both so much for joining. I've had such a good time. I hope everyone watching also enjoyed. Guys, before we get off, I would just love if one more time you shared your URL, your handle where people can follow you, and your email if they want to send you any recipe suggestions, just so everyone knows what to do as soon as they finish watching this video.
They're all pretty simple. It's Instagram is @damnthatburns. Our website is www.damnthatburns.com, and our email is damnthatburns@gmail.com.
Perfect. Easy enough.
Reach out to any of those for orders or advice or
recipes.
Anything you want.
I love it. Well, thank you so much, Ryan. Thank you, Dan. Thank you both for joining. I hope you have a happy holiday weekend, and I really enjoyed. Bye.
Get some sleep.
Thank you. True. What time is it? It's 9:40 for me right now, PM. So, you know, yeah.
Where are you?
I'm in Lebanon right now.
Nice.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I have family here, so I'm here visiting them, and the time difference is 7 hours between me and Eastern time. Yeah.
Well, we really appreciate you doing this.
Thank you.
Thank you. I had such a good time, and I can't wait to get your hot sauce. As soon as I'm back in the U.S., I'm going to order it, and I'm going to tell all my friends and family to also do that, for sure.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Bye.